All right, today we're going to be looking at Dior Homme EDT by Christian Dior. If you're thinking of buying this fragrance or any others over at fragrancenet.com, use the discount code linked in the description below to get 30% off your entire purchase. Dior makes some of my favorite fragrances as well as a line I can't really seem to connect with. Eau Sauvage is one of the best barbershop fragrances around, and the Dior Homme line is a standout. But Sauvage is just not one that my nose seems to be interested in. No shame to anyone who wears it, it's just not my jam. But Dior Homme EDT, this is one hell of a good goddamn fragrance. Put this on and you immediately become more masculine without surrendering any of your charm or integrity. Wearing this, you exude a feeling of adventure without bravado, assurance without cockiness, and sensuality without being some kind of creep. It's a man's fragrance, so let's crack it open. The open's a spicy citrus call to action. Bergamot, pink pepper, and Elam notes come together to create a well-balanced take on something that feels vintage, from a time when men opened the door for ladies, stood up when they left a table, and had no fewer than 3 martinis at lunch. The good old days. The middle starts to lay down a foundation of green woods with patchouli, cedar, and Cashmere Woods. This middle feels like the great William Holden, a brilliant actor and classic Hollywood leading man who starred in some of my favorite films. The Wild Bunch, Bridge on the River Kwai, and The Incomparable Network, one of the greatest screenplays ever written. He never backed down from a fight, always stood on the right side of injustice, and always got the girl, even when it was Faye Dunaway at the height of her smoky sexiness. He was a fucking legend, and this middle will start you on the path to being that kind of man. The base ties it all up in a neat bow with Haitian Vetiver, white musk, and ISO-E super, giving you that gentle calmness that every gentleman should possess. It's a base that stays with you for a long time, reminding you that you don't need to raise your voice, threaten, or cajole in order to make your point. You're a man. If you speak with authority, people will listen. Those who don't aren't worth your time anyway. Presentation is exactly what's needed here. A perfectly executed glass monolith with a black tube running down the middle resembling a simple black tie. Atomizer gives you the goods with a wide, even spray. Longevity is actually surprisingly good for an EDT. I get 7 to 8 hours on my skin with very good projection for the first hour or two. Is this going to get you compliments? You know better than that. If you're not confident enough to wear what you want, then this isn't the fragrance or the channel for you. Come back when you've stopped giving a shit about other people's opinions. Final thoughts? This is a modern take on a vintage vibe. It's the perfect mix of old and new school, and it knows it. Go find it, try it, and see what you think. After that, que sera, sera.